Because I can say the weather today will help us feel a little bit better because it's so much prettier out there today.
Yeah, you know, and that always helps. It helps us get out. And anytime I know I go on a walk, I just feel a little bit better.
In a better mood. Absolutely. Agree.
Yeah. And today, tomorrow, perfect days to do just that. Go ahead and get in your time outside because it is going to get cold once we come into our Friday, even Saturday. I know a lot of us planning on that St. Patrick's Day parade, and I've got that forecast coming up for you. But something I do want to highlight is just the temperature out at Fair Park, 48 degrees. That was the high yesterday. So we're already going to be soaring past that. Our freeze update, by the way, for DFW, 35. We picked up our 35 freeze this morning. On average for the year, it's about 29. So we are trending above that. This is the most freezes in a season that we've had since 2015. Even though last winter seemed a little bit more harsh, we've actually had a few more freezes this time around. On average, our last freeze is on the 12th, and our latest recorded freeze is April 13th. I know that feels like a long time away, right? Your planner for today is showing no freezing temperatures for this afternoon. We actually warm up nicely, 58 degrees at around 3, 60 degrees at around 5, wind out of the southeast and really light. A clear sky overhead, that's what's allowing us to warm up more than yesterday. 60 degrees is the high temperature. So now that we've planned our day, let's talk about the next few days. Spring-like weather today and tomorrow, colder weather Friday, even the potential for some winter mix. That's something I do want to highlight. So the next 3 days, I want you to pay close attention today and tomorrow because Friday's weather and the timeline could change. Today, sunshine. Tomorrow, sunshine. But Friday, we're starting in the 30s, upper 30s at that, and we slowly drop that temperature through the day as cold air continues to filter in. We're also looking at the potential for some moisture to move in. That, with cold air, as we know, brings us the potential of winter weather. So let's go ahead and talk about that. That is looking likely late in the morning on Friday for areas in the Metroplex and north and west. That's where we get the rain and sleet potential. That's in the morning. In the afternoon, once those temperatures continue to drop, we're looking at the potential for some of that sleet to maybe transition to snow. This in a line for Mineral Wells, Denton, McKinney, Bonham to the north and west. The Metroplex looking more like a cold rain and briefly at times bringing in that sleet potential. This is for the afternoon. And then if you're south and east of the Metroplex, looking like a cold rain most of the day. I also want to point out that most of the day, it's not going to be a consistent rainfall. We're going to see on and off periods. This is showing you Friday around 10 in the morning. We see mostly a cold rain in the Metroplex, that area that I showed you, north and west. That's when we see that transition. In the afternoon, that transition digs a little bit more towards the south. That's where we could see that sleet and that cold rain mixing in. This all moves out though Friday evening. So if we happen to see any winter weather, it's going to be short-lived. It's not going to last into the overnight hours. And if we see any impacts, any accumulations, it'll likely be from Denton County, north and west across the Red River. Minor travel impacts expected with this one. Across the Metroplex, I'm not expecting any accumulation. I'm not expecting a lot of moisture either, anywhere between a trace to about 1/10 of an inch. We need the moisture. We're still definitely in a drought, but at least with this winter weather event, we're not looking at a lot in terms of accumulation. Now, after that's all said and done, I told you, it moves out of here Friday evening. The St. Patrick's Day parade on Saturday, it's going to be a little chilly. 42 degrees around 11, 47 degrees by 1, 51 degrees by 3. So plan on dressing warm for that, even though the sunshine will be out. That sunshine will be really a welcome sight once we see the end of this wintry mix on Friday. So again, the next couple of days, spring-like weather, 38 degrees on Friday, 53 degrees on Saturday. Now, Saturday morning, we're starting off with a freeze. On Sunday, temperatures just above that freezing point. This is also when we spring forward. Can you believe it's that time of the year? Temperatures back into the 70s Monday, Tuesday. And if the kiddos are on spring break next week, it's actually looking really nice and warm. We may see a little bit rain on Thursday, but that's really about it. Tashara?